Now I'm recording on.
Oh, good.
I'm recording on both.
Photo booth is recording.
Oh, are we recording?
Photo booth is recording for me.
Oh, clap.
Is everyone recording? Is everyone recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna sync clap.
Okay.
What the hell?
I'm ready.
I'll clap with my feet.
Did Ryan just drop?
Oh
Where the fuck did Ryan go?
What? Evil 7 shit.
There he
Okay.
is.
Oh, he's back.
Wait. Okay, I'm recording on everything. I'm good. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, Ethan, do the clap.
All right. On the count of 3, and when I say 1, we clap. Okay. Wait.
No.
What? What?
On the count of 3.
On the count of
3, 2, 1, then clap.
3, 2, 1, then clap. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, alright, I thought we were going now.
3, 2, 1. Oh no.
Yeah,
try
that
it one more
felt kinda,
time.
that felt kind of yucky.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
There was like 2 groups of people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
moving and
You know what? I think that'll be fine for my
Okay.
ears.
Okay.
My coordination skills aren't the best.
It
I'm a
wasn't
Yeah, Chris.
Chris, but it was okay.
Oh boy. Oh god.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of No One's Gonna Listen. Are you ready for this? Who here is ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. All right, yeah.
I'm
The
here against my
enthusiasm
will.
is just
It's
is
been
just
so
overflowing.
long.
It has been a long time.
When was the
So
last
wait.
episode?
The last
March?
episode was March 15th.
I was still in my dorm.
It was the 1 year
So wait.
anniversary.
Yeah, so March 15th. Let's go over what's happened. Since
Yes, let's do that.
So 2 days after we finished that episode, which was Chris, Ralph, Marina, and myself for the 1 year anniversary episode. 2 days later, I got kicked out of school. Marina, I think you got kicked out of school around the same time.
Yeah, I went home.
Yeah. By kicked out of school. By kicked out of school, we all, in my case, it was you live on campus, get off campus.
Okay, yeah, for a second when you said you got kicked out, I was like, wait, did my boy get, like, expelled?
Yeah, I got
I was, like,
expelled.
really worried for a second.
Too sexy.
He's too sexy for York.
They're coming for you next. So
Oh,
Yeah, Ryan's
no.
gonna be like, yo, that guy's too sexy.
after that, all of our hangout sessions became strictly Discord based.
Yep.
And we would hang out in either Minecraft or Animal Crossing.
Yep.
So wait, shout out to Animal Crossing
And
for making the
Minecraft.
quarantine
Right.
and Minecraft for making the quarantine so much more bearable.
Right?
I think that since we're talking about... Or what were you going to say, Chris? What were
Ethan, you
gonna say?
haven't joined us in Minecraft.
I'm going
true.
to, man.
Yo,
give me a
Yo,
give me a time
Devonte,
to
you can
play.
have Animal
Devonte, do you have Minecraft?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, damn, you can't join us in Minecraft.
I have a MacBook, and I have like mixed feelings about gaming on this MacBook.
Fair enough.
That's understandable.
I mean, I'm gaming on my MacBook, so
Like I said, like my laptop's like screaming right now.
So let's do two things right now. Let's introduce ourselves in case people are
That's
watching
true, yeah,
for
we
the
haven't
first
said our
time. So my name's Ethan. Who's beside me here?
I don't know who's
Who is
beside
beside
you.
you?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just-
I do.
For me, it's Devonte and Chris. For me.
Yeah, same here.
But oh God, how do we do this? Then I thought it was just the same.
I'm beside Ryan on my screen.
Okay,
I'll introduce
I'm-
myself.
yeah.
okay. Let's introduce the perma hosts first.
The who?
The perma host.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the
Yes,
permafrost.
perma hosts like
Permafrost.
Ethan, like us,
I'm your
like the people,
perma-fried host.
the people who
Okay.
host the podcast.
Yeah, so I'm Ethan, and then I'm here with the perma-host is the word we've used with Chris and Ryan and my boy Ralph. We're all here.
Damn,
and
me
with
and
us,
Ryan don't get a we're not your boys. What?
hey, listen, it's complicated. Okay, then
It's complicated.
Oh,
He's not allowed to make any statements until the paperwork is filed.
well, yes, but no. Of course, you're my boys. I just got to sign a few contracts. Anyway, we're also joined by Marina, Devonte, and Kristoffer Gosine. Let me hear some noise from those three.
Woo!
I said those
Yeah.
three, Ralph.
I'm
but
sorry, I
thank
thought it
you.
was 4.
Yeah,
basically.
Ralph.
I'm showing my support.
My laptop's making noise for me.
Okay, cool. That works too. I think this is also a good opportunity for a little bit of a PSA just to start this off.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah, it's a big PSA.
Yeah, it's a big PSA. Things are going on in the world with good old Corona going around.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, there's a virus going around.
Yeah.
And usually this time of year is when we're back in person doing the show. And
But, look at us.
yeah, a disease said, "Hey, no, be funny." and
Yeah, so
and yeah. So
we're
yeah, what's our
practicing
PSA?
social distancing here. Well, I think the PSA is just stay healthy, stay safe. And stay healthy, stay safe, and stay away from each other. That's the real motto that we're going for here. Just keep social distancing.
All too often, peeps on the social media are posting themselves hanging out with their neighbors or like going out with their like significant others and stuff. And please don't do that.
Yeah.
Even if you're not feeling sick, you can still transmit.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so people who don't feel sick are carriers, and they've spread it. One person in South Korea infected 30% of the population.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. So the government did some straight up. This is completely serious. They did some forensics. They traced back all the cases. One person infected 30% of the entire population.
Yeah, that's some fucking.
Because, dude, so they felt a little bit sick.
Yeah.
They felt a little bit sick, and she went to a buffet.
Oh.
Contagion.
Oh no.
And then she went to a party the same day
Oh my god.
and infected 30% of the population.
That's
Who
some
gets
contagion
sick and then
shit right
decide? Who gets sick and then decides I'm gonna go to a buffet and then a party? When I get sick, I don't want to see anybody. That's insane commitment.
That was like kind of a meme for a while. It's like when you have a cold, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna leave the house. But when you have coronavirus, you're like, let's go to another continent.
I will travel across the land. Yeah.
I will show you the world.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we just wanted to say that. Remind everyone.
Yeah, stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
don't be
stay
racist.
Oh,
Don't be
yeah.
racist.
Oh, that's the other big thing. We talked about that the last episode, but especially now as it's getting worse, don't be racist.
Of course.
Yeah, guys, come on.
We've been over this.
That's been the message since day one of this podcast, quite literally.
Yeah.
Don't be
before,
racist.
This is a bad time to
Yeah. If you're a racist, man, this podcast, whew, it's gonna be.
It's just
That was good.
it's just a lot of racism nowadays. Like
yeah.
ever
And that's-
all of America's like China, and then like a bunch of Asian countries are like, no, it's Africa, and I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
Huh?
Stories switch quickly. Yeah,
Oops.
they're
Yeah.
now allowing like black people in China. Or they're
Yeah,
just,
there's like
they're
there's a lot
ostracizing
of
them.
there's a lot of fucking there's a lot of fucking anti-black racism in Asia right now because they're
Yeah.
blaming them, and I'm like, yo, you need to people just need to fucking stop existing. Maybe that's why Corona
chill out.
exists.
Oh
So that
my
we can
god!
stop existing.
No!
So
Chris
straying
just
away
solved it
from.
all.
Oh my god. Welcome back, everybody.
Anyway, yeah, guys. So stay safe.
It's been almost 2 months.
So, we talked about this earlier. This is the season 3 premiere
Yeah.
because we say it's a new season whenever there's a dramatic shakeup in the format.
So the first like season 2 was when Ethan was added in as a
Because he was the
permanent
most
host.
dramatic change in format. And now season 3 is quarantine edition.
Who knows how
So-
long this is gonna last?
Yeah, season 3 just
So-
lasts for the rest of eternity.
Season 3 lasts 2 years because people won't stay home like you're supposed to.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Season 3 last
So-
2 seasons.
That's why we have so many people on the podcast today celebrating season 3, and we're doing a long-awaited episode. Ethan, take it away.
something
what episode is it?
something that's been like teased since like January.
Something not even teased. We announced it. I made the post in
Oh, yeah,
January
yeah,
that we were doing it, and then every single time we pushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna just talk about this like underground indie movie that not a lot of people kind of know about. You
Star
may have
Trek.
heard about it. Yeah, Star Trek: Rise of the Kirks. Yeah, no, we're talking about Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, everybody.
A
And it's-
movie Ethan and I loved.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, aren't we? We're gonna have a lovely conversation about this.
So this is just gonna be no. So it's just gonna be an hour-long conversation of us just yelling
talking.
at Marina for her opinions.
Listen!
Wait,
Wow!
What
You
could
like
be so
it?
controversial
I
that
feel
Marina?
so oppressed. The only
Okay,
girl, the token girl
I
in
was
this
kidding.
chat.
I
We're
was
gonna get
kidding.
into this.
I'm kidding.
First, should I go over the response we got and
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
kick it off with that?
The
Okay.
the singular response.
Our
Yes,
one
we have a
question.
The
singular.
singular response.
We have the one response from Mr. Paveo, who asked, "Quarantine routines?"
All right.
All right, Ethan. What's your
Ethan,
quarantine?
Ethan, you go first.
Yeah.
What's your quarantine
Well,
routine?
You know, I've been trying to stick to a routine, but it's hard. I feel like my routine right now is kind of, I'm getting sucked into the internet more and more, and I just spend a lot of time on YouTube, which ain't good, but I've been trying to, like, write a lot more, and I'm trying to work out daily. I've actually been keeping on that, though, and so I'm very proud of that, and I'm
Wow.
trying to stick with it for the
That's
whole
good,
quarantine.
man.
So I
Great
can
job.
come
That's good,
out
though.
looking like Hugh Jackman. Yeah, that was the first name that popped in my mind. What about you guys?
My quarantine routine is wake up at 2 p.m.
Yes. that's
Ah,
cool.
you stole my answer. Fuck.
have a cup
Shit.
of. You have a cup of coffee at 3.
Mm.
You eat your
Breakfast.
first meal at 6 p.m. for dinner.
Nice.
Then you mess around on Twitter until around 10. And this is where it gets important. I make a special meal. I make a very special meal. It's called tomato soup.
Hell yeah.
And
You've been making
we,
tomato soup quite a bit.
That was balanced.
We make a lot of tomato soup. Follow me on Twitter. and TikTok when my ban gets lifted.
Ryan got banned from TikTok
I got banned on TikTok.
I
So
care
that
about
happened?
that. Wow.
for being too
Why'd
sexy.
you get?
I got banned for being
actually?
too sexy.
Stole my answer too.
No, I made a TikTok, where like it had like the Pornhub logo in it because it was part of
Yeah.
the joke I was making, and within 30 seconds it got taken down for violating their terms of use.
Which is ironic.
So, because they took it down, should I read the response that I wrote?
Yeah.
So I filed a claim to get it retracted,
Uh-huh.
and they said, why should we dispute this, or why are you disputing this? And I said, with all the sexualization of minors that you promote on this app, me, an adult, using the logo of an adult website should not violate your guidelines. Thank you.
And then it got restored.
And then I got restored.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, they send me, hi, you violated our terms of service multiple times. You're banned from posting until this date. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
They
my-
hated him because he told the truth.
They hated me because I exposed them. So anyway, then my quarantine routine is at around midnight, I watch a movie. then I usually go to bed at like 3 or 4, unless it's a Sunday where I stay up till 5 to buy turnips
Yep.
on Animal Crossing.
Animal
Oh my
Crossing.
god.
I was confused for a second, but yes.
Me too. Me too. Marina,
Yeah, Chris, what's
you
your-
go next.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, basically, I wake up around 9 or 10, and I
What?
play Animal Crossing. Listen, okay, I'll get to that. So,
Same as me, 9 or 10. That's when I've been waking up too.
What the fuck?
That's beautiful, guys.
Right?
Honestly, I'm
Y'all are
waking.
crazy.
I have to wake up earlier now for work.
Y'all are
Oh,
crazy.
true.
yeah, I wake up at 9 or 10, I play Animal Crossing for literally like 3 hours, and then I eat, and then I play more Animal Crossing, and then like maybe I'll switch it up and watch some Netflix or YouTube or whatever, and then I take, okay, this is the trick, I take melatonin around like 10 or 11,
Yeah!
I pass out like an hour later, and then I wake up early, see? So I can
Wait.
get the turnip prices right in the morning, so I don't have to stay up
Marina-
till 5 a.m. like some people.
Yo.
It's called early bird catches the worm.
Exactly.
Worm?
Yeah,
Now wait,
Word?
you gotta catch those turnips, man.
Marina,
right.
what about the nights where we play Minecraft till 5 a.m.?
Yeah, those are the exceptions.
Those are the exceptions. Okay.
Ralph, how about you?
Yeah, what are all your...
This is the one I'm most excited about.
Okay, lately, yo, I started off quarantine really good. I was working out just like Ethan, my idol.
Amen.
But like this last week, oh my god, 2 p.m. wake up, stay in bed until like 4, eat breakfast at 6 p.m.
Oh my god. You said 6 p.m.
Nice.
You know, I'm just having cereal at the dinner table.
Going
right?
to Denny's.
Oh my god.
And walk to mailbox to check for welfare check. Yep.
Nice.
Go back to house. Don't worry, I'm like masked up and like gloved up. Don't
Go
worry.
back
Yo,
to
masks.
house.
Yeah. I don't know. Chill until like 12. Watch Netflix until like. Okay, last night I slept at 6 a.m. I can't lie. so yeah, and then repeat. So that's me. Hopefully I can get back on my workout grind, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, especially with summer school coming up with me. That's like next
Yeah.
week, so
It's gonna make it hard to do, I'm sure.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I
We'll
was
do
gonna-
it together.
I'm trying to come out looking like Captain Philippines. Yeah. Like right now, I'm like Steve Rogers, like when he was scrawny. But like,
Yeah.
trust me, like,
you'll be Captain Philippines at the end of it.
exactly. I'll be sick. I'll be sick.
Captain Philippines. Oh
I
my
love that.
god.
Chris, how about you?
I get up at 8:30 to 9.
Damn.
This
Y'all,
I mean, I just,
earliest riser right there.
Yeah, why is everyone
just-
in early bird?
Yo, what the fuck?
I just
The melatonin,
finished
bro.
exams, so
Nice.
I would usually get up to study,
Mm.
and eat,
Responsible.
and then games, and then I would game. Don't have Animal Crossing, I wish.
Yo, you should get Animal Crossing. If you have a
Yeah.
Switch,
Man.
Animal Crossing is a must-have, yo.
Man, if I get Animal Crossing, I'm just in it for the turnips, not gonna lie.
The
Wow.
stonks.
It's only on Sundays, though, my guy.
Yeah,
It's only on
Yeah,
Sundays.
and you gotta check every day, morning and night,
Exactly, dude. That's how you make a living
right?
in Animal Crossing. Turnips.
Oh, wait.
And then
Quick.
And then-
Sorry, Chris. Finish. Go ahead. Sorry.
that's okay. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say quick personal PSA. If you play Animal Crossing, drop your dodo codes
Yep.
on Twitter. Chris and I spent an unreasonable amount of money the other day.
Really?
On
How much did you
turnips.
guys spend on turnips?
I spent
This guy spent
320k.
like,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I spent 30K.
I spent 290K.
Look, if I can make a profit off of this, Marina, if I can make a profit off 320k, I can become a millionaire in bells.
Yeah. So wait, last night Chris and I were testing the video call, and I did the math. We can each make like close to 3 to 4 million bells off of this
Fine.
investment.
Fine, next week I'll do it. Jesus.
Yeah, you gotta put.
Yeah.
I literally put my entire.
You're really
bell
balls
savings.
deep, eh?
Dude,
Jeez.
Yeah.
We have like
Balls
we have a whole system where like on Sunday mornings we go check whoever's island has the lowest prices. We go to their island.
Yeah.
We stock up. We spend all our money. We put them in rooms in our houses, and then we
Do they just
continuously
have unlimited turnips?
Basically,
No,
but
it's
like you.
monetary.
as much as you can carry.
Yeah, as much as you can carry.
Wait, so did you guys go to other people's islands or each other's islands?
No. To buy turnips.
We go to each other's island.
Yeah.
Okay, because I usually have the lower price, and y'all don't like.
Hey, but
y'all
you had the
wait for
higher.
me.
You had the higher price this time.
You had the higher price
Oh.
this week. You had like 106. Chris this week was 98. I was 99.
Oh shit! Why didn't you tell me? I could have bought from you guys.
Because it was 5 a.m.
Yeah, Marina.
To be fair, this week we didn't go to anyone's island.
Yeah. Ryan just bought from his because it was only like a 1 bell.
It was only a
difference.
1 bell difference. It in the long run, it would have been like a 30K difference, which isn't that big a deal in the long run. So I didn't really care. Anyway,
Devonte,
what's your morning routine?
What's your routine?
Quarantine routine.
I'm dreading this question right now. Let's see. I've always been like an early riser since like kindergarten.
Damn.
It's kind of fucked up.
I can relate though.
I think I'm developing insomnia. I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
I'll wake up. I'll go to bed really late, and then I'll wake up at like. I'll have like a weird dream, and then I'll like wake up to like use the washroom or whatever, and I just won't go back to bed for like another 3 hours. So.
Oh my gosh.
On average, I'll wake up at around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
What the fuck?
And then go to bed at like 5 to 6, and then wake up at like 9 to 10.
Oh my
no.
god.
Intervals.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not nearly enough sleep.
Yeah, it's really not. I've been doing this for the past 7 weeks.
Wow.
Shit.
Jeez.
Fucking great. What else have I been doing? Staring at my ceiling.
My favorite activity.
I feel that.
Staring out my window, pondering on my past mistakes.
Yes.
It's got really deep. I look at the birds fly, and I wonder where do they go.
Florida.
Where do they come from?
Touching my skin.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yeah, I also kind of thought that too.
I mean, I don't know what the parental rating on this is, but I can get explicit if need be.
R-rated.
PG.
It's R-rated.
Yeah. So, I do the dishes. I help my mom with her, cause she's like she's working from home and she doesn't know how to use a computer, so she's just asking me how to help her with that. And aside from that, I'm really not doing anything productive.
That's fair.
Jeez.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's hard to be productive in these times.
It
man.
really is, dude.
It really is. Dude, like Chris and I had like quarantine plans to like keep the channel updated, and we just haven't done any of it.
Yeah. But hey,
we should probably get on that.
this podcast is back, so at
Yeah,
least
man.
that's something.
This is one step in that direction.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and do this weekly again. Now the school's over. We're gonna try our best to do this.
We could
weekly.
do it.
We could totally do it.
We'll do it.
Hour a week, sure.
Okay. So I I was I haven't said my routine yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry,
Oh
Chris.
my god.
There's so many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Yo, so
There's 7 of us.
I've been I have some good days with sleep, some bad days with sleep. But usually my good days end up worse than bad days. So like usually my good days with sleep are sleeping at like 2-3 a.m. Okay? My bad days are either staying up till like 6, 7, 8 or
Nice.
Or 9.
and waking up at like 3 or I sleep early like for the past week I've been trying to sleep early. Like I sleep at like 11 or 10 even,
Oh wow.
and I'm like, yes, this is so good. I fucking wake up at 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep again.
2 a.m.
Yeah, so like literally like
Yeah, I understand. I feel that. Yeah.
the other day I was like, I fell asleep at like 10:30. I woke up and I thought you know like when it's like 5-6 a.m. when like the sun's like just about to rise,
Yeah.
and like you can see it like getting like lighter outside. I thought it was at that point. I looked outside my window. I'm like, yes, it's like 6 a.m. right now. And I look at my phone and it's fucking 2 a.m. and I'm like,
How? That's
I don't.
terrible.
It was just the street lamp outside that fucking bamboozled me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, when you
Dude,
get
that
bamboozled in
street
the
lamp
morning.
really said "ha." You think?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I fixed my sleep schedule, and then I looked at my phone, and it
And then you realize you were
Yeah.
totally bamboozled.
yeah.
hold on, my phone's about to die.
Oh no. Okay.
Yo, plug it in. Plug it in.
Plug it in, man.
Speaking about plugs.
Yeah.
You could go many different directions.
Yeah, where's this going?
Chris is gonna plug his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what
sex
needs
Right?
You know what needs plugs?
What?
Fucking
You're what, Chris?
what was that? Speak up.
TVs. You know what? You know what you can watch on TVs? Movies.
What can you watch?
You know what? You know what is a movie? Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Man, I completely forgot about that.
What a nice transition.
Whoa.
So, the movie starts with Kylo Ren on Mustafar, but they don't say it's Mustafar. You had to buy a book to tell you that it was Mustafar.
We all knew it was Mustafar.
I didn't know.
No one thought it was Mustafar.
I
knew it was Mustafar.
I had no idea.
Oh
Anyway,
wait, the planet with the trees?
Yeah, that was Mustafar.
Oh, I did not. That was Mustafar?
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was
That was
Mustafar.
That's what
Nothing
everyone
like-
else said. Okay.
Alright,
Then again, I only saw it
should be
once.
fine.
How was that
Okay.
Mustafar?
Let's
remember
go
trees
back to the
survive.
beginning. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is a 2019 science fiction adventure romance film directed by J.J. Abrams
Oh no.
and written by the guy that wrote Batman v Superman.
Oh, I didn't know it was written by him.
Oh, I didn't know that. No wonder
I
it was
didn't know
shit.
that shit.
That explains every issue with that.
That explains so much. Wow. Man, we just shit on the writer. I don't even know his name, but man, we just... Oh no.
It is the sequel to 2017's The Last Jedi, which is a 2017 science fiction romance masterpiece directed by Rian Johnson and written by Rian Johnson.
Best director.
Okay, so
We'll talk about that one later.
I feel like
Let's just go right now. Let's get the opinions out of the way.
Yeah.
Marina, what's your opinion?
Okay, wait. I would like to. No, you guys are gonna bully me, but okay, wait.
What-
No,
we
we're
won't
gonna
bully
bully you
you.
after you give your opinion. Go, you have the stage.
We'll bully you after.
Listen, I would like to preface by saying that I wasn't like a huge fan of the sequels. Like they're okay, but like, I would like to say that I hated Kylo Ren. Like I still kind of do. Like I really do. I don't like him like at all. Like when I first saw his character in the first movie, I was like, what the fuck is this toddler doing here? This overgrown toddler. I didn't like Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was a shit job, especially since like I actually did enjoy The Last Jedi, except for like that one scene, which was very unfortunate. So this was like, I mean, in the moment I enjoyed The Rise of Skywalker because it was like an exciting movie, like it was like action packed or whatever. But like it honestly was not memorable in my opinion, except for like, I don't know, like two things. I do ship Reylo, but this is
fuck.
this
Is that why everybody hates you?
That's
'Cause I
why
hate you
everyone
for
was
that.
gonna come and attack me. But let me defend myself, okay?
That was the atomic.
No.
All right,
Oh.
all right. So
Everyone
Yeah,
be quiet.
do it.
Give her a platform.
yes, can you guys please? Thank you.
I'm
Can
sorry.
you please let
I'm
the
sorry.
woman speak for once? Thanks.
Yeah.
She pulled out the woman card.
Right?
Oh, no.
Right? I will use everything at my disposal. That means pulling low blows. Okay? So, I don't like Kylo Ren. I think he's horrible. I don't like him. He's a fucking tyrant. He's murdered. Oh my god, he's murdered and massacred. And it's not a good look. But I am a fan of Ben Solo, and yes, I do distinguish the two differently. Alright? I do consider them to be sort of different. I like the person that Leia and Han saw underneath the mask, including Rey. So I do like Ben Solo, and I liked his redemption, and I like the fact that he and Rey ended up together because I am a sucker for enemies to lovers trope, okay? I'm just a hopeless romantic, and I appreciated it, and I don't like that he died. Okay? That's it. I don't like Kylo Ren, I like Ben Solo. I know you're gonna get mad at me and say that they're the same person, and honestly, characterization-wise, I think that Ben Solo was just a victim of trauma, and that it does not excuse any of his actions or anything that he did. I'm just saying that I liked the person he could have been and that he became in the end, rather than everything that happened in the middle, okay?
Let's talk about this for a second.
Someone's gonna try to kill
offense
Marina.
begins.
Someone's really gonna try and throw me, huh?
No.
Someone's gonna kill Marina. Marina's gonna fall in love with him because
Ben
she likes
Shapiro
Yetis.
No!
in the chat.
Stop
I was
it!
about- I
Okay,
was about to
wait.
say.
This is what I'm not rebutting you. I'm adding a point to go alongside you.
Okay.
There is a sort of double standard within the fan base. I can go on how toxic the fan base is for hours. When Kylo Ren gets redeemed and becomes Benny Boy, it's cheap and it's lame. When Darth Vader goes back to being Anakin Skywalker, it's heroic and bold, and you love him, even though that man straight up genocided like planets. Kylo Ren murdered a village. Big whoop.
A village.
But him getting redeemed is a bad thing. Okay. The reason I didn't really want him to get redeemed is because we've already had the redemption story once, and I was just like, it's kind of the same thing. At the same time, I don't care. Yeah, no, I think it's fine that they're together.
Not Ryan too.
Wait. Whoa.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
a shipper.
Hold
Wait,
on.
listen.
Whoa.
No.
Wait a
No.
minute.
Not Ryan too.
Really? I thought you were
Thank you,
anti-Raylo.
No.
Thank you, Ryan.
No.
Thank you.
He's
You're
okay.
interesting.
Hold on. I want to hear this. Hold on.
I haven't
Ryan's a feminist. The end.
I have an issue with like the more like toxic Raylos, because there are some people like the hardcore shippers that can
Yeah.
be like really like
They romanticize
mean
what he
about
did.
it.
Yeah, like his abuse and everything. Like I don't agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's problematic. If you just like the two characters together, that's fine. I can totally see how he like can draw her, or she can like draw him out of it. Can totally see that.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you start getting, and it goes the other way too, if you're attacking someone just because they like a couple being together, a fictional couple, you need to check yourself. Because there are like, there are people, there's a podcast that like, okay, how do I explain this? The people that like glorify the whole like abusive side, like it's scandalous and it's hot and stuff, that's weird.
People
Yes.
do that?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They like the
It is
whole
very
like
weird.
they think it's kinky. They think it's cool that like they like get abused and stuff physically and stuff, and it's horrible. It's like actually disgusting.
I like the idea. I like that they found together, like they had a connection. They
Yeah.
went with it. I think that's really strong. And how that ended up. It wasn't Ray that really turned him.
Yeah.
It was Ray that sort of opened up the idea of turning to him.
Yes, 100%.
At the end of the day, it was Harrison Ford's Gunpoint cameo.
Yeah, where the hell did that come from?
Okay, apparently he wanted to
contract.
do it too.
Okay,
Apparently
he
he was
wanted to do it,
excited to do it.
but
Can you
okay,
imagine
I would-
Harrison Ford being excited about anything?
No, that's great. I love the idea of Harrison Ford being excited. It makes me happy to think about.
Apparently he was just like, oh yeah, that's good for the arc. And I was like, what, they didn't have to like kidnap his family or anything?
Wait, what was his appearance again?
He shows up as like the Vision, where they have the exact same dialogue that they had in Force Awakens before he got killed.
But that's the thing. Was he a vision? Because like, okay, when Luke
He's a
comes
vision.
back, he's a Force ghost. But what is
Yeah.
Han? Is he just an hallucination?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what are we doing here?
If we go to the novel,
Yes.
the
Yo,
novel,
he read the novel. He read the books. Yo.
I didn't read the novel. I read the Cliff Notes Wikipedia page of the novel. The novel says that apparently when Leia died, she used the last of her energy to give Kylo a vision of Harrison Ford.
So the vision wasn't actually Han Solo. It was just a fabricated thing created by Leia.
Yeah, but like
because
if
it's
it's
not like he was a ghost. It was.
But then why
it
didn't
was-
Leia just come back?
That's a good question.
What the hell are they
Okay,
trying to do
Ethan,
with his
because
dad?
Carrie
I
Fisher-
liked it because okay,
Yeah,
like,
Ethan.
He has daddy
It's
issues.
because
Oh.
Carrie Fisher.
Right, yeah.
is it-
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say.
right.
Also,
I retract my comments.
It was nice because
Could've been
like he
CGI.
felt guilty about killing his dad that whole time, and that's why he felt like he couldn't get redeemed. And having that vision, that validation, like I guess from his dad, which I mean wasn't real, but like Leia made it real or whatever, was kind of
It
like
was-
his pushing point. Where it was like, oh, I am validated. Like, yeah, I felt like I couldn't go back because I killed my dad, but now he's like, it's okay. Like, I love you. You can still come back to us. And it's like, okay, I guess I will. You know?
Like,
You have to admit though, the dialogue in that scene was just the cheese, you know.
Is it though?
I
Because
thought it
it's the
was.
ex-
I thought the
it's
idea that they
exact
brought
same,
back.
Okay, no,
That's
it's
where
the
the
exact
cheese
same
is.
dialogue. I can't believe I'm defending Rise of Skywalker.
I didn't even think you would be. I thought we were on the same team.
No,
But I'm
Ryan's a
finding out
feminist.
now. We both
No,
have
I'm
different
defending
opinions.
as a feminist. I'm defending the good things in the movie.
Okay.
Look,
Wait,
look.
quickly,
Okay,
wait,
to be fair,
quick-
the Harrison Ford
yes.
part is like the only part of that movie that I liked.
Really?
I like
The
that
biggest.
part.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it out. I'm gonna put my opinions out there broadly.
Okay.
Every single Star Wars movie, I hate Star Wars. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, what are some of those
What's
posters?
what's
in the
all the
back?
posters?
Yeah,
What's
what are
all
the posters in the back?
Those are
behind
Star
me?
Trek, Chris.
Yeah.
What are all the stickers on my laptop? Unrelated. My issue overall, I liked the sequel trilogy. I think Force Awakens is all right. I think it's a good movie. Not good, not great. I think Last Jedi's really good. I'm a big Last Jedi supporter. And I thought this just in general was a badly made movie.
Yes,
I think it was poorly written. I think it was poorly directed.
we agree on that.
Agreed.
But okay, all of this because they fired the director 2 months before they were supposed to shoot.
I've
Colin
seen the
Trevorrow.
concept art that was like for the original director. I seen the concept art and I was like, oh my
Yeah, it
gosh, this looks
sick.
crazy. I would have loved
To be
see
fair,
that.
it was a much darker movie.
Yeah,
the
and that's
original
great.
script. But as a finale to a 40-year-long franchise, the original script was a much more satisfying conclusion in some ways.
Yeah.
You talking about Rise of Skywalker?
No, in Duel of the Fates, like the original episode 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Duel of the Fates is a much better title.
That's a sick title.
They
Yeah.
named it
Fuck.
after the best track in cinema
Yeah.
history.
Yeah. I could just imagine seeing Darth Maul every
So-
time I hear that.
Did you guys know the original draft of that movie?
No.
I think I tried reading a little bit, but I didn't get through it all.
So
Break it down.
Rey is a full Jedi.
Nice.
She has a double-bladed lightsaber. It's blue.
Of course.
She's wearing all black, like Luke did in Return of the Jedi. So that's like a
That's sick.
thematic thing, because they're doing the same thing about whether she's turning or not. Kylo Ren doesn't get redeemed
Nice.
Good.
to the same extent. He's kind of redeemed
Just a little bit.
to the point where, like, he kind of says, "I'm too far gone to be fully redeemed," but he makes self-sacrifice in the end to save the day.
I actually like that. What the
That'd be
fuck?
cool.
I like that
Like a final moment
because it doesn't fully redeem
in a
him,
way
but, like,
to
it
redeem
does.
himself.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Okay, sorry to cut you off, Ryan. I just wanted to add that in.
No, go ahead.
I feel like that was. I'm fine with him being redeemed. I just thought the way they did it at the finale, like, I feel like they used it as more of a way of being like, we're wrapping it up. Like, they really tried to wrap up everything with a pretty little bow, I feel like, in this movie, and it just came off really, really weird. Or at least that's how I felt watching it.
The thing is, like, it never in The Last Jedi, like, they never like hinted at him being redeemed, from what I remember. Like, there was never like any like. It never felt like an arc. It felt like he was just bad, and then suddenly, like, in like the last movie, he's like, oh.
What about the scene where he helps Rey like
Yeah.
kill Snoke?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then he
Yeah.
wanted her to join him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
but
was,
then,
yeah, that was more of a kill the master thing.
yeah. I think like they were trying to like tease that, and then the way that ended was like made it
Yeah.
so that he seemed like he couldn't be redeemed, and that's why I liked The Last Jedi.
That's true.
I also like. I think in the original script it said like for the Rise of Skywalker, didn't it add more like context as to why he would end up romantically with Rey? Like I felt like that was a lot more. That was needed. I actually admit there was a need for more scenes where he like actually felt like they both felt like romantic attraction, because it did.
I think yeah.
No build up to
to an
their
ex-
it didn't
fucking
build as much as it
romance.
could have.
There's no kiss. That's a major point. There's no kiss, but they sort of delve deeper into that. They're drawn together.
Yeah.
I'm
There was a
fine with
kiss.
that.
It's less
Ryan.
of
There
it's
was a
less of the
kiss.
romantic thing. It's more of going with the whole like they can like see each other thing that Last Jedi was hinting at.
Right.
I'm
and
cool with
they
that.
really lean into that.
So, did their feelings sprout from their Force connection? Because I'm also on the same page. I'm like, I would have been fine with the relationship if it actually kind of like, if I could see where it started to kind of brew. I feel like throughout all three movies, I never saw a point where I was like, oh, there's the attraction. I felt like it kind of just happened.
I think
it just happened. They just fucking kissed out of nowhere.
They just threw it in there to please the fans.
It totally feels like that. I think if we really had to delve deep into it, I think it's because she fell for the good, not the bad.
Yeah, that's what I was 100% about. Yeah.
She fell for soft boy, not emo god.
They hated Jesus because he told the truth.
Ralph, how does it feel that she fell for the small bean?
Because she legitimately said she wanted to take Ben's hand, not Kylo Ren's hand. So that's exactly like. Yeah. She literally said, "I wanted to be with Ben, not Kylo Ren."
Still good cop.
Wait, when did she say that?
In was it The Last Jedi? I think.
After she stabs him.
After she stabs
him.
After she stabs him, she heals. Yeah, right. After she stabs him, she heals him.
That's such a savage thing to do.
And then she goes, "When I wanted to take your hand," she's like, "I wanted to take
your hand.
I wanted to take Ben's, not Kylo's." And then
didn't she mean like join, like be like a companion? Like I kind of
eternal companion.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys ever watch fucking Hancock?
No.
It's the same thing.
Yo, I love Hancock.
It's the same.
What a reference.
It's the same premise.
Yo, let's talk about Hancock, man.
Come on.
Wait, let's go to other people's opinions of the movie. I feel like it's only been mine and Ryan so far.
Gosine. I like the Gosine's opinion.
What's your opinion, Gosine?
Like, I don't even remember. That movie's been suppressed in my memory.
That's as good of an opinion as any, you know?
Okay, here's my opinion. Okay, I stand by it. It's a good film if you haven't seen any Star Wars movies before. As a standalone film, it's okay.
That's actually a very good.
That's a solid point.
Solid.
Like if you just watch that,
if
you just watch that film out of every single one, like it's like a fine popcorn flick.
That doesn't.
Exactly.
I wouldn't agree, but
as like a hardcore, like as a Star Wars fan, it's one of those movies where it's like, why? No, because here's the thing. It's like Ryan was telling me this earlier. Like when they announced Force Awakens, everyone was so excited, but they hated it at first. It was like, well, why did you do that? But as soon as like the teaser trailer dropped, it's like, oh, there's a lot of potential here. What I didn't like in the movie, where it's like it felt really rushed.
Yeah.
yes,
As like
100%.
Ethan said, like it felt really rushed to like get to like the conclusion. It's just like if you haven't analyzed the film, there's a lot of like there's a lot of plot holes
100%,
in that film. Or
It's worth noting most of us here are film majors.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're literally schooled and trained to look at things critically.
Yeah.
Most of us.
From a critic.
There's three of us. Well, what? I mean, Marina's in media production.
That's technically film.
Please
do not come at me with that diet film. But still.
Offense was taken.
There's
I'm gonna stand up for Marina again. Chris, apologize.
Yeah. Chris, prove you're a feminist, Chris. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'll stop with that.
I'm sorry, woman.
At least you didn't call me female.
Roger Calfley.
And that's where the end of the podcast comes in.
I'm sorry,
Roger
Marina.
Calfley, 2010.
So, this is what I will say. Like, it may be a bit controversial.
I love that.
But I think out of the whole, like, character development from the first and the last, I think Ben's, like, Kylo Ren's is the one I can kind of get behind the most.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. Rey, in the last movie, she just runs away. Like, she's basically not in the film. Everyone's just chasing her. Where's she going? Why is she running? Why is she going after Kylo again? Do you see how Finn had to, like, bust his ass just to try to find her?
Yo, the person who has the best...
Finn's so dirty, man.
Bruh.
The best character arc in the entire film series, Finn. So this is him in the first movie. Ray! Second movie. Ray! Third movie. Ray? Yeah, that was his character arc, everybody. You don't even have to watch the movies now.
I'm still mad that he didn't get to kiss Poe.
Bro, Finn Poe was so canon. Why didn't they make it happen?
Apparently they wanted to make it.
Was like,
no,
nah.
apparently, no, it's 100% Disney. Apparently they were gonna do it too, and then Disney was like,
he's like, gay? No.
And they said, wait, you can have your kiss.
For 2 seconds.
But it's 2 characters in the background.
Right?
And then all around the boardroom they were like,
Also,
Mickey Mouse be like,
okay,
I don't like gay people.
But Rose though, Rose was so
Okay.
Rose got
so
screwed.
robbed.
Rose got screwed big time.
Rose, dude.
Exactly.
Female character in
dude,
the series.
there is legit a scene where they're like, you want to come on the big exciting adventure with us, Rose? And she goes, no, I'm gonna look at maps.
She said that. I got so mad. She was.
I love how
She doesn't
J.J.
say
Abrams
She
advocated
doesn't
for
say
it
that
too.
exactly. She doesn't say that exactly. She says, actually, I'm gonna stay around and look at some old maps.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I've only seen the movie
She
6
deserves
times.
so
I don't
much better,
remember it.
especially since she got
Oh my
bullied
God.
off of social media. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Like,
But that's
Dude,
the thing.
I was.
They made such a big deal at, like, J.J. Abrams was like, you know, she's a great actress, she doesn't deserve this, and he
Lying
made it
through
as
his
if he's
teeth.
gonna make her a major part, and then the movie comes along and she's in it for like 3
yeah,
minutes.
like she was barely in
It
it.
has 4 lines.
Someone
She has
counted.
4 lines.
Yeah, Disney's like, we are not going to make her a major part.
Right?
Disney's
Someone-
like, huh? Nah.
Someone timed it. Rose's sister, who had no lines in Last Jedi, she shows up and dies, and that's like the arc for like
Rose. Yeah.
Rose's character in Episode 8. Her sister has more screen time than Rose does in this movie.
And it's so stupid. Like, I was so rooting for her because, like, it's so refreshing to see, like a Asian woman on the front of, like, a major franchise as a major character. And I was so excited, like, to watch her. Like, obviously she didn't, like, she was really poorly written in The Last Jedi. Like, I was really rooting for her, and then obviously that scene happened, and I was like, what? I literally threw a fit. I was like, no, they ruined everything for her.
Marina,
And then this happened.
Marina, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
What are you
what
talking
scene are we
about?
talking
Asian
about?
woman in big franchise. Scarlett Johansson is in the
Oh my
Avengers.
god, no!
Hey,
Dude, we have to make one of those jokes every week.
Yeah, honestly.
Alexa, play Pompeii by Bastille.
No, wait,
I
what?
hate that
Or,
song.
when you talk about the scene, Maria,
You want me to describe the scene? Do we
Maria.
really want to relive it?
is it
That song
is
brings
it the
back
kissing
nightmares.
scene?
What? I can't hear you over Ethan's
No love
laughing.
for Bastille. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
What scene ruined Rose in Last Jedi? I'm interested in what you think it
Well,
was.
duh,
Kiss,
it was a
right?
kiss. It was her, like, selfishly, like pushing him out of the way when he could have, like, well, I mean, obviously I didn't want Finn to die. Like, I love Finn. I think he's a great character except for his whole Rey situation. And he definitely should have been with Poe, which
Every
is...
time Finn says
And,
right,
like, I really wanted to see him do more with, like, the Force sensitivity thing. But anyways, that's beside the point. Rose, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Ray,
yeah,
I got
dude,
something to
no,
tell
Like,
you.
it would have been so much, honestly, if I'm being honest, I really think that in The Last Jedi, Rose should have sacrificed herself instead of Finn. Like, I feel like she should have, like, tried to push him out of the way and go instead, and made the sacrifice to mirror what her sister did, because, like, that was just felt like a more of a complete arc for her character if they weren't going to include her in other movies. Because they
Yeah.
basically didn't include her in Rise of Skywalker, so they might as well have just, like, killed her in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, they should have killed her
Like,
off
they should have
at
made her,
Last Jedi.
To be
like,
fair.
do this whole heroic sequence where she, like, is like, this is for you, Paige, I'll see you soon, and then, like, she sacrifices herself for the Rebel Alliance. Like, I felt like that was just a bit more,
That
like...
would have been a much
To-
fitting ending.
to-
She was probably contractually obligated to be in both of those movies. So.
Yeah.
To be fair, all 3 movies were written before Last Jedi came out.
Oh,
I don't
no.
believe that.
No!
Wait, no,
Okay,
wait, no,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
believe
wait,
that.
wait, no,
I
yes.
just want to add
Wait,
something.
wait,
yes.
wait.
The
I just
first
wanna-
draft.
Yes, wait, no, let me explain. Yes, it was. The first draft, the draft of Duel of the Fates that was supposed to get filmed was in 2 months before the movie came out. She was a main character in that movie. If you look at the concept art, if you look at the script, if you look at anything relating to the original movie, she and Finn were main characters and very important.
I would have loved
Can I
that.
ask, how would the Duel of Fate script be like written, considering the fact that Rian Johnson, I don't know if this was a rumor, but apparently didn't he like scrap J.J. Abrams' original idea for the second movie and wrote his completely like his own script? So then how would they have been able to write the third?
This is what happened. The Force Awakens came out in December 2015.
Okay.
The final draft for Last Jedi was in a month before Force Awakens came out.
Okay.
Because they filmed these movies almost back to back. Because like for the 2-year production cycle, they would start filming the movies a couple months after the previous movie came out.
Right.
So, if I remember the dates correctly, December 2015, Force Awakens comes out. Last Jedi started shooting February 2016.
And that came out 2017.
And then it came out end of 2017.
Yeah.
So it was going to be the same thing. They were going to start shooting Duel of the Fates in like February 2018. And then they fired Trevorrow because he made a bad movie.
What movie did he make that was
Book
bad?
of Henry.
Which one?
Book of Henry.
Oh, I thought you said
Bond.
Hardcore Henry
Book
for a
of
second.
Henry, yeah. I didn't see that, but I heard about it. Huh.
So
It's got the kid
it
from
bombed
It.
and it was really like it was panned critically. So they move him off it, and then they panicked. And then there was a rumor for a while that Rian Johnson was just going to do the next one because he was already there.
Fans would have killed
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
if they
imagine.
heard
Can you
about that.
imagine what would have happened? Oh my god! And I'm
I
the
wish it
biggest
happened.
I'm a big Rian Johnson fan, dude. But like, I don't know, man. Some
That's a
people,
debate for another time.
I legitimately think that the kiss was a Disney thing.
That felt like
in both
Had to have
movies.
been.
Yeah.
Okay.
100% in both movies. It was a Disney thing.
Wait, Chris, what were you saying?
But like,
No, I was just looking.
no,
at
other
it.
Chris.
Chris
okay.
Gosine.
So, I remember okay, so the thing is with this film, I don't know, Ryan, you said that this had like a year to be shot, edited, and released.
pretty much.
You could totally tell.
Yeah.
You could totally tell.
Exactly.
So rushed.
It's one of the-
Okay, here's the thing. I don't mind the relationship that Rey and Kylo had in terms of like being connected. Okay. And the whole idea with Rey being Palpatine's daughter or
Oh, we
granddaughter.
did. Yeah, we have.
Oh
Oh,
my god,
yeah.
we didn't address
And how
that.
that's really fucking
It's
stupid.
because we all
Jesus.
forced. We all like pushed it out of our minds. The stupidest development in the entire
Because
franchise.
Yeah, that was-
like the concept of it was like the concept like okay, because the whole idea throughout the saga it's like, well, who is she, right? So like I didn't mind the concept. I didn't like how all of a sudden the dead speak and he can be brought
Yeah, that
back
was
to
so
life.
bad.
From out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I'll say it
Randy
I
again.
don't know where, like there was no like cliffhanger that says, oh, he's still alive. Like if it was just like how like it's his like remains like a skeleton, like, and if they found it like that, then I'm like, okay, that would be cool, I guess. But it's like I felt that they wrote that idea really poorly. Like the battle was like what, 30 seconds. She makes the X formation.
And then boom, he's gone.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
Like, look, how do I put this into words? The moment in my heart I got extremely worried for the movie was as soon as it started and the first line of the crawl is the dead speak. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Big
Oh my
yikes.
phone just
Big.
died. I
Oh,
don't
no.
know if it just died.
Ooh.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh no, Chris's
Well-
phone
Oh,
died.
shit, phones are dying.
Devonte,
Yeah.
Devonte,
Yeah,
what
Devonte,
do you
tell
think?
us.
Oh yes, that's right.
I really wanted to rewatch all the movies before we did this podcast, but I think I don't think my opinions have changed, so whatever. I don't really like the prequels. So, you know what? Someone actually called me like a Star Wars hater, and you know,
Really?
when I thought about it, initially I was like kind of taken aback. I was like, nah, I'm just like very critical. But now when I think about it, I was like, you know what? They might be right, because it's just like only 3 out of 9 of these movies are like worth like talking about for me personally, and the rest are just like either like a Lucas fluke with like the trilogy, And then when Lucas had complete control, it just went to shit. And then when they tried to do the sequel trilogy, it was just like so many heads talking at once. It just feels like a first draft written by like 5 different people that are trying to accomplish like 5 different things. And specifically with the Rise of Skywalker, it just felt like it didn't feel like an experience to me. It just felt like I was watching a reaction from a previous movie. Like everything that I saw on screen, like I just sort of envisioned what was like, okay, I can see why I can see the gears turning in the writer's head as to why they decided to do this. Like, okay, when Rey uses the Force lightning and blows up the ship that she thinks that Chewbacca was in, that's when I like mentally clocked out of the movie.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? I think that's a pretty good approximation. Yeah.
The amount of
I
gotchas.
clocked out right before it. Actually, I think I clocked out during like the chase with like the spears.
Yeah.
And the dudes in the jetpacks. Instantly, I was like,
The amount of gotchas in the Rise of Skywalker is insane because they're like, "Oh, Chewbacca's dead. No, he ain't. C-3PO is dead. No, he ain't." Like,
they
stop
had no
it,
time
please.
to like even develop an emotional response to that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
well, yeah. I think it would have been a lot stronger if they just didn't show that Chewie was alive until they found him in the prison. Especially since we as an audience know he's fine, but the characters don't. And there's a scene after they show he's alive and the characters are still kept in the dark where they're like, we're gonna do this for Chewie. And I'm like, are we gonna do this? Chewie's fine, bro. He's just chilling up there. He's just like, lounging in the prison, waiting to get rescued. Oh my god. It's yeah, continue.
Yeah, so when they showed that, and then like I already figured out what was gonna happen, and I'm trying to figure out like why would they do that, and like the only reason that like the conclusion that I came to myself is that okay, people were obviously pissed off with the fact that like Kylo Ren was telling Rey that like, oh, you're nobody, you have no role in this story, blah blah blah, and I'm thinking like, did they really plan that the entire time to have her actually be like the granddaughter of Palpatine? Because if they
I don't even remember what they said about the mother and father.
They were they straight up went hiding or something. Right? They straight up went, you're in The Last Jedi. They're like, your parents were nobody. In fucking Rise of Skywalker, they're like, your parents were nobody because they chose.
Right?
To be. And I'm like,
yo, what kind of
that's some
fan
bullshit.
fiction? Wake up, honey, you're being sold.
Bro, I gotta say, I really dug the whole Rey as a nobody thing.
Yeah.
Because one of my least favorite like archetypes in modern cinema, and it's the reason I didn't like Rey in Force Awakens, is because every main character having to have a destiny is so lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you gotta. Star Wars is the reason it started. More and more franchises are doing it now. Like, there's a whole thing about like Tony Stark's destiny being he's gonna sacrifice himself for Thanos. Like, it's sort of implied that he's gonna be the hero, right? And then like Doctor Who recently did the same thing where they're like a hero and it's like their destiny to save the universe. I hate that. Rey just being like a normal person who happens to be really powerful is and like she's just doing it because she wants to do it. That's such a strong character, and it's such a strong message for like everyone.
Because it's relatable.
That's true.
It's such an.
You don't have to be the descendant of like some fucking powerful being.
Yeah.
You can make your own destiny.
Yeah. You can become a hero yourself without like, your grandfather needing to be a ball sack.
It's
literally a ball sack.
It's such a good. It's a great message for everyone, but especially for like young girls too, right? So like, I feel like they low-key like lost some of that because now she's like, no, you're not great because you're powerful and you're doing the right thing. You're good because a ball sack made it. And then the clone got killed by a guy who they find is a skeleton. I don't know, man.
Like, I have certain gripes with like The Last Jedi, and people love to make the joke about how Rian Johnson was trying to like subvert expectations, but it really makes me wonder if like okay, even if they did plan to have her be Palpatine's granddaughter, I don't know the behind the scenes of it, but the fact that like Rian Johnson had that sort of have that line about her being a nobody, and also having the ending where they show like the kids in that fucking casino planet, and one of them uses the Force to like grab a broom or whatever the fuck he did. So I'm like, that's okay. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's how the Duel of the Fates script ended.
Oh.
It ended with her, like at the end of everything, it ends with her like starting a new Jedi Academy and all the kids are there, and she's like training them and stuff. And the last shot of the movie is like a new temple where the kids are training, and it's like a similar sunset shot with like her standing there with like 3PO, BB-8, and R2. So she's like standing with like the only two characters that have been in every movie, and that's how the whole franchise ends. And I thought that was such a strong, cool ending. Some people even like.
Who are you, Ray? Ray Palpatine.
I wanted just Ray, and then Ray Skywalker.
Some of the memes, like I don't think I've told you guys this story yet. When I was in the movie theater, I saw it at the Thursday pre-screening I always go to, packed theater. As soon as she says, "What's your name?" someone behind me just goes, "She says Skywalker, I swear to God." Okay, also, how come Adam Driver wasn't a ghost at the end?
Right?
That's what I was thinking too. Why wasn't he there?
Also, unpopular opinion, I really just want to bring back Ben Solo. I don't know. That's just like a guilty pleasure thing. I just feel like,
dude, like they're giving him so much backstory all of a sudden. Like they did a whole comic book series about him, like the lead up, and it's the most heartbreaking like book, dude, because it's just about this kid that was like forced into a destiny that he didn't want. There's straight up a passage that says, "I don't want to be like my uncle. I want to be like my dad." He just wanted to fly ships and like hang out with his dad, and then he gets forced into being like a space monk with a laser sword.
And there was also the whole thing about like, I don't know if it was like they put like if the Palpatine or like the other what was the name of Snoke? Yeah, being like in his mind since he was a child, and that's why he was like manipulated so easily. But like, bruh, like he deserved better in my opinion. That's all. Like his mom died for him.
They really did
die for him, and then he just dies.
Yeah, everyone, all the characters we all like. Yeah, dude, the whole cast died for this like punk ass kid.
Except for Lando. Lando lived. That's a silver lining. Lando's still out there.
Ralph, what are your thoughts?
He was barely in the movie for him.
Yeah, I know.
On the whole film? Okay, my relationship with Star Wars. Let's just take it from there. My relationship with Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I'm a very casual fan. I think I've gone over this in like a past like podcast. I don't know. Yeah. So you know what? Let's not get into that. So basically, like what Chris said, it was just a popcorn flick for me. I liked it. My simple mind. I'm not a film major. I'm not like thinking of it critically like you guys. I'm like laser sword go like that's. I liked it. You know, the only thing that I didn't like was the fucking Reylo shit, and I just will stand by that.
That's fair. That is fair.
It seemed very, very out of nowhere for me.
That's fair.
It came out of nowhere. It really did.
Gears turn.
I also am a sucker for the whole dyad thing. So like soulmates. So like I don't know, that like that's just me being irrational, liking romance. Okay. Liking romance. Okay.
Dude, all I'm getting from this
soulmate 8 times to all of a sudden get stabbed by your soulmate. All of a sudden be JK. We cool.
Listen.
I like how
that kiss didn't feel earned.
I do admit there should have been more like romantic tension and attraction, but like. I personally liked their whole interaction in The Last Jedi, like them like seeing each other and like having their moments, like, and I did like that. Like I liked their relationship starting to grow a bit, like not necessarily romantically, but like them getting like closer that way. So like that was what I appreciated, but I did wish that there were more scenes where they were actually like really showing their romantic attraction, and I felt like that would have been a better build up. But
no, but that's what Wattpad is for.
Their relationship portrayed in the film, it's like, I was a pain child, you were a pain child, and the
trauma bonding.
Exactly, and that's something we can relate there. And that was like a common theme throughout the whole movie. It's like, well, where we're gonna go from here.
Guess we
So
got
that's
Chris.
the relationship that they like. I will. Someone can correct me on this, but I felt in like the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi, even in like the opening of the Rise of Skywalker, there was no romantic feelings affiliated in that relationship, like whatsoever.
Yeah, I also felt the same way.
I feel
Like I can only understand kind of midway through the movie, which is like I wanted to take Ben's hand.
It seems more like a companionship than like
Yeah.
a romantic.
That's what I was.
yeah.
They're just homies, dude. They're just homies.
Yeah.
They were kissing as homies. That's what it was.
Yeah. She was kissing the homie goodnight, and then he was like, bro.
and then he went good night. That's it.
Ben and
Yeah,
Jerry
she-
had a
and
better
then he never
character
woke up.
development in that sense. Like they obviously were like the most likely to like kind of thing. Freaking, I don't know. The way Rey was portrayed in that last film, she's like having a midlife crisis. People don't know me, and I'm afraid of that.
Yeah, her character's kind of just. I don't really know how I feel about her character throughout the entire.
She had good character development in the beginning, up until the Last Jedi, but it started to trail off towards the end.
I don't know, I have some mixed feelings about how she was even portrayed in like The Force Awakens, because you'll see her like I guess she definitely has like abandonment issues because like she doesn't know her family, but then she's also like tallying up when she thinks they're gonna come back, and I'm like, you're a grown-ass woman, like they're not coming back anytime soon. And like she just has like this childlike mentality. It just doesn't feel like, I don't know.
That's
I
fair.
feel like they were trying to, or they're trying to have like a younger child. Maybe in like an earlier draft they're having like a younger child as like the lead, but just like watching that adult woman sort of act like that type of felt like Arrested Development. She just didn't feel like an adult in the beginning of the movie. Then again, she's like a product of her environment, so I don't know. There could be like some psychological reason towards that.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's true.
If I had to rate the trilogy, I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Yeah, give it a 6 overall.
My favorite Star Wars movie to come out to date is, like, out of all of them, I think is like Rogue One is one of my top
I love
favorites.
this one too.
Wait, you mean like the,
Rogue One's
out of the
pretty
recent ones, or like out of literally all of them?
Like out of the recent ones,
Okay.
like out of the ones to like come out when Star Wars got brought back.
I don't know. Me personally, like I am, like I'm also a very casual Star Wars like watcher. Like I only seen the new trilogy and I haven't seen anything else, so I haven't seen any of the old ones. And I like even then I was really disappointed by Rise of Skywalker, and I actually like a lot of people shit on like the sequel trilogy, but I actually enjoyed the first two a lot. And then,
I like the
First two are
second
right.
one the most.
Yeah.
I like the Last Jedi the most.
Yeah.
I feel
Me
like
too.
that one out of
Yeah.
them was portrayed the most well. In terms of, I didn't really. The only thing I didn't like was like the Luke's character development of him running away.
Oh, I really like that actually.
subjective.
It was a cool idea, but it's like, I don't know. Like I like how he redeemed himself in the end. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I would. Yeah, we're running out of time.
to end this off, there's two more questions.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Oh, brother.
Here, let me send this to you, Ethan.
Okay.
Wait, did Ethan?
We
get
got
his
two more
opinion?
questions during this runtime. Ethan's been
That's
saying
true.
his opinion
Yeah,
this entire.
My opinion is out there, and y'all can
I-
catch these hands.
I would like to say quickly for all the Raylo stands out there, I support you.
Oh.
I may not. I may wait. No, listen. Wait. I may not agree with your ship completely, but I support you. I value your opinion, and I don't think Kylo Ren is a punk ass kid.
Look,
That was a
if
joke.
you have the same points
Bring
as
Ben
Marina,
Solo
like
back,
I'm
thank
fine.
you.
If you have the same points as Marina, I'm fine with you. But
You're glorifying abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
okay.
All you Raylo fans out there, delete my contact
Oh, let me grab my
information
phone real quick.
now.
Sorry. I'm just
Good.
Oh.
Good.
Or am I?
Yeah, I'm grabbing my phone too, Ethan.
I'm not.
Okay, read the questions. Read the questions.
Yeah.
I don't have them yet.
I sent them in the group chat, Ethan.
Did you? Or yes, you did. Anyway, so two more. We have one question. This must have been from the previous podcast. It's asking, why is Ralph holding a baby?
I don't even remember.
She's talking about
The
the
picture, and no one's gonna listen. Like our.
Oh.
It's you holding whatever the baby's name was.
Bartholomew.
Is that what I thought
Bartholomew.
it was?
Bartholomew. I remember Bartholomew.
Yeah,
Just
Ethan
like it was
named him.
yesterday. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I guess I did. I guess he's my son after all.
Yeah.
And then the next question from Michael Ponce, he asks, who's the biggest simp?
Me.
Ryan.
It's
Ryan. By far.
Wow. Oh my
Ryan.
gosh.
It's Ryan by far.
It's
Okay,
Ryan by
yeah.
far.
He's on. Man, we're
Wait, what'd you say,
ruthless.
Devonte?
I don't know Ryan that well, but I'll vote for him.
Gosh.
And you know what? I respect your opinion. I value you. And I apologize for what I said.
This is why he's the biggest.
I'm gonna abstain from this vote.
Yeah, I value each and every one of you. I subscribe to all your OnlyFans.
Thank you for subscribing, Ryan.
Next
Look,
episode,
listen. There's nothing wrong with valuing someone. When it starts getting like creepy and obsessive, that's not simping. That's being creepy.
That's just being weird.
Worm?
And that's Ryan.
This is a message from Ryan. Message from Ryan to Sherry with a picture with Stan Lee in the back.
Yeah, me and Stanley in the back.
Mr. Lee. Good old
And
Mr. Lee.
I have a vinyl Star Wars record above it because I hate Star Wars.
But yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
This has been a very special episode.
It really has.
Special episode.
I'm so glad that we're back again doing this, and I even in the grip of COVID-19, I can already tell we're gonna keep it up.
And thanks for not bullying.
Weekly.
Thanks for not bullying me, everyone.
Podcast,
I was
boy.
very.
Could I?
Don't worry, that'll happen later.
Marina, it's because we're feminists.
Thank you. Also, Ethan, how can you? I'm deleting
Yes,
your
Devonte.
contact.
Wait,
That's
Devonte
true.
has a question.
Student person.
I forgot to mention this in my
Devonte, what's your
short
question?
tirade. The fact that like she's Palpatine's granddaughter, I just feel like the timeline doesn't like
That's
add
true.
up. Cause
That's
like,
true.
when would he have had time to have sex when he's like?
That's what I was thinking too.
He uses the Force
In the novel.
Have sex with him.
in the
If it
novel.
was like her like great grandfather, I'd buy it. But like grandfather, like that doesn't add up to like the
It's
original.
also weird
How is he
because
split it?
Ray doesn't look like a scrotum.
She really doesn't.
So it had to have been before
Maybe-
he like. Had to have been before he got like hit by the Force lightning by a Mace
before
Windu,
he
you know?
Before he
Maybe
became
she'll
a
grow
boss.
up into a scrotum.
He doesn't look like that
Ray-
naturally.
Ray-
Remember how in
true.
like the prequels, he got hit by Force lightning by Samuel L. Jackson,
Well, I
and it
never
like
watched
reflected by him.
Yes, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Samuel
I know what
Michael
you're talking
Jackson?
about.
What?
No, Samuel
No,
Jackson.
Samuel
Jackson.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah, you ever hated when
Jackson
Michael Jackson
as
just
one of the
moonwalks in
Jedi.
your house and then just, yeah.
And just goes like.
Wait, Ryan,
and
speak
then-
your truth.
And then you turn into a
Ryan, you're gonna
scrotum.
talk about how he's a clone, right? Because her dad's a clone.
Yeah, in the novel, the dad
A
was
failed
a
clone.
Oh.
Oh, what the
A
fuck?
failed clone. Barely. It was more like a combination of his DNA and someone else's or something. It was weird. I don't know.
That's another thing I don't like about like Disney in general, like Star Wars, is how like the story has just been commodified into like different like avenues where you have to get the book to understand the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like how you didn't know
watch
that
the
planet
TV
was
show.
Mustafar until you didn't know that planet was Mustafar until you read a book about it, and you're like, oh, okay.
Like that's stupid. Like, not a lot of people are gonna have access to all of these things. If like the main thing is like your movies, then try to make sure like all the information that is necessary to properly have a competent story be in the movie, not have it in a fucking video game or an
Yeah.
animated TV show or a fucking book for 7-year-olds.
Yeah, no, the backstory is only available in the junior novel from the Scholastic book.
Like what?
It's the only way to get the
That was a
backstory.
deep reference.
That is it's a deep
You have
cut,
to get it
I
at the
mu- I
book
must
fair.
say.
Well,
Oh, this was a good
That's my
season
last
premiere. Thank you all.
It-
of
it
you.
really was.
thank you all for. Do y'all have any? Do our special guests have anything to plug?
Do I count as special? Am I special? Special?
YouTube.com/Ethan Zuch.
Oh my god.
It's not.
Yeah, go check it out, man.
Like Ryan said before, do the Animal Crossing codes, and also check out my Twitter and Instagram, and I might be starting up a YouTube channel soon, so watch out for that.
Oh! You're going in the sidebar. You're going in the sidebar.
Check out the GOOSHLEMS gaming channel for upcoming Super Mario Maker levels.
Whoa. Yeah, maybe we'll bring back Ride Talk Plays. We only did 2 episodes of those because my screen recorder stopped
We
working.
should do some like Animal Crossing videos.
We're gonna-
like.
The Elgato.
We're gonna do.
Oh my god,
So
Minecraft.
much to come.
Yo, that's true. That's true. We're
The
doing
future is really,
All you guys
really
can open up a
bright.
gaming channel. It'd be great.
Yeah, Devonte, you
Well,
have
we-
anything to plug?
I deactivated all social media.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so
Nothing
thanks
to
for
plug.
watching.
I'm sick of looking at Instagram stories of people's like challenges. Like,
Oh yikes! I feel called out.
Oh yeah,
I
honestly.
feel called out.
sorry. I mean, I don't have you on
Okay.
social media, but like that
It's
wasn't
okay. Don't worry.
Hey, Marina, we get it.
Whenever
Marina,
I
we get it. You
reactivate,
listen
I'll
to
just,
this
like-
song on a rainy day.
Listen.
Oh no.
Who were we?
I was
When I
wrong.
reactivate, I'll just
That's the only response. It was
That was
Ralph.
really loud, Ralph. That was Ralph.
I can't hear anything right now. My headphones are dying. Like you guys are like going in and out of my ears. Like it's dying. So I just said it was Ralph just to get it out of there.
Yeah.
It was also Ethan.
I was Chris.
I was Ryan.
Okay, I guess.
Y'all.
They are names?
Yeah, you say your names.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll go. I was Marina, the token girl, the token female, the token woman.
Marina from
Marina
GOOSHLEMS.
I kind of don't know what we're doing.
Who were
Say your name.
who were you? Who were you?
Oh,
Just say your name.
I'm Devonte.
Yeah, man.
I'm a Ryerson film student.
Yeah.
There's not that much to me. I'm sorry. That's my entire personality.
We got it. And last but not least.
I was Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 2 Chris's.
Yay.
This entire time. Oh, Ethan, nice posters, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. They're yeah. Go check them out, guys.
What's from now on? I've never seen it.
I don't know.
I've
Actually,
seen it.
I found it in my attic and I just hung it up. So
I saw the
kinda
rough
looks
cut before we
like
lost
an
the hard
idiot,
drive.
So I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Time to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Have a lovely
Salute.
quarantine, y'all. Stay
This was fun.
away from
Stay
each other.
safe.
Yeah, stay away from each other. Bye.
Long
Mwah.
live prosperity.
Bye.